let's find the zeros for some functions. So in general, to find the zero of a function is to find the place where the y values are equal to 0. So if we have y is equal to, this will be example number 1. If we have y is equal to 2x plus 3, then we set this equal to 0, right? And then we solve for x. So bringing this negative 3 over, we subtract negative 3 from both sides. See, we're letting y equal 0, right? You see that? And then this cancels with this, and then we get 2x is equal to negative 3. And then dividing by 2 on both sides, and we get x is equal to negative 3/2, right? So this graph will look something like this. And it has a y-intercept at plus 3, so 1, 2, 3. This is where it crosses the y-axis. This is where it crosses the 1 and then 2, and then right in between, this is negative 3/2. This is where it crosses the x-axis. Where it crosses the x-axis is the 0 of the function, right? That is the place where y is equal to 0. And so we see that this graph looks something like this, right? And this is y equals 2x plus 3. Okay? All right, so then let's try another one. Let's try x squared minus 3. So y is equal to x squared minus 3. Again, we just let the function equal to 0. We let y equal 0. So I'll move down this time. Instead of just writing it over here, I'll say 0 equals x squared minus 3. So we solve for x, and so we add 3 on this side. Do to one side, you got to do it the other, right? So this cancels, and we get x squared is equal to 3. And then taking the square root of both sides, so taking the square root of this, taking the square root of this, but whenever we take the square root, right, of a number, we have to take the plus or minus, right? So then x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3, like this. If we graph this function, it will look like so. It has a y-intercept at minus 3 right here. So this is minus 3. And then the graph looks something like this. It's parabolic, right? And so this place right here and right here, this is positive square root 3 on the x-axis, and this is negative square root 3 on the x-axis, right? This is a square root. Clean that up a little bit. Keep it neat on your page, you keep it neat in your head, and these solutions will present themselves more readily. Okay, third example. Let's take a look at y equals x squared plus 3. Okay, so for this one, let's just go ahead and let the function value, let's let y equal to 0, the function value equal to 0, right? Setting y equal to 0, and then x squared plus 3. We subtract 3 from both sides. This cancels, right? And so then we have x squared equal to negative 3. But can you take the square root of a negative number? No, you cannot. And so this function does not have any zeros. And if we graphed it, it would look like the following. Instead of shifting down, the parabola was shifted up by 3. And it had its vertex right here at the bottom. And it does like this, right? And so it never crosses the x-axis. And so that's why we get this situation where if you take the square root of a negative number, it's an imaginary term, right? And so we see that this function does not have any zeros. No zeros. Right? Okay, so then these are the zeros for this one. Just to circle all of our answers. This is the 0. There's only 1 0 for this guy. There are 2 for this one because it's got this x squared term here. And then this one doesn't have any zeros at all. Okay, I'm going to step to the side and give you a clear screenshot. Try it for yourself.